Hi guys, welcome to Naturally Nurturing with Renee, and today we're making tea. I know you're going, tea? Yes, but we're making tea for your hair and your skin. The first thing we got to do is get our ingredients. That's going to be bay leaf, and it's right here in our garden. And very simply, when you're pulling any leaves off your herbs, you want to make sure you go down to the bottom and get the older leaves first. And you just take them and you pull them. Doesn't hurt the plant. As a matter of fact, watch your plant grow. That's a handful of leaves. I want a couple more. And there's nothing easier than coming out to the backyard to get it rather than having to go to the store. Now let's go get the rosemary. Rosemary is kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. I've done a lot of reading on how to cut the rosemary, and the most important thing is to make sure that you cut the stalk so you leave at least 2 to 3 inches of the hard wood and just cut the green wood. So there's this one. Ooh, look at that. That's great. And I always try to leave plenty of leaf down the road. Actually, we're a little late getting out here cutting this. Flip and I may have to come out sooner than later and do a much bigger trimming. The beautiful thing about this is I'm not going to be using all of this in our tea. I'm going to be taking this and we're going to show you how to make starts of new rosemary plants with these. Now we head for the kitchen. They say a watched pot never boils. They are wrong, because I've been watching it and it's boiling. So now we turn it down and we let it simmer for 20 minutes. You watch as the color changes in there, because you're going to see a vibrant tea. Actually, rosemary and bay leaf are like the perfect couple, because what rosemary does is it helps the body create and generate new cells. So anything that's damaged or broken, rosemary helps to heal. The beautiful thing is bay leaf creates the strong foundation so that rosemary can do her work. This, although so very simple, solves so many hair and skin problems. I think it's kind of amazing. And guess what? I got it out of our own backyard. You've seen the boiling, and as soon as it reached a boil, I turned it down to a simmer for about 20 minutes. Look at the beautiful color. That's just a great color. People say, how do you know when it's done? When it gets to that color, it's done. So now what we have to do is you let your tea cool down. You get a strainer. And see, I'm going to pretend like I'm doing it the right way this time, because this is the way you should do it. If I were doing it and you weren't here, I'd be fishing stuff out with a spoon. But let's see if we can pull this off. You know, you don't have to be good, you just have to be lucky. So I'm going to fill this. This is an 8-ounce bottle. I'm going to use the second jar. And I say jar, it's an 8-ounce plastic container. It's a squirt bottle. We bought it for $1 at Walmart. Doing all of this stuff doesn't have to be expensive. I don't know why hair and skin and any kind of beauty product, they try to make it expensive and fancy. It doesn't have to be that way to be good. So now we have everything in their jar and their bottle. I'm going to tell you, the purple bottle I made for Flip. Why? Men need products too. We try to pretend like they don't. But Flip spends a lot of time out in the sun. We also are under a lot of hot lights when we're doing shows. And things like that damage your skin, damage your hair. So why wouldn't I fix him something that's good for his skin and his hair? The other one's for me. And yes, I did put it in a pink bottle because sometimes I just like to be a girly girl. So you want to know how easy this is to use? This is what you do. This is a 2-banger. with the rosemary and the bay leaf. And you simply, for your hair, use the sprayer and spray it in, the mist in like this, and just rub it into your hair. It's a leave-in. You can wash your hair, you can do it dry, you can do it wet, or if you're just in the middle of the day and your hair is feeling dry, you can put it on your hair. You know how you do it on your face? Just like this. That's it. Let me just tell you, here are your 2 bottles. You want to know why we use this and the double pack it punches. Rosemary for your hair, it stimulates the growth and it blocks hair loss, especially if you've had chemical treatments or have any kind of damage to your hair. The bay leaf contains vitamin A, C, and iron to strengthen your hair, and it reduces breakage. It soothes your scalp, and it adds a lot of shine to your hair. Who doesn't love shiny, beautiful hair? Now for your skin, wow, this is a 2-banger that you can't give up because it totally tightens your pores, it fights acne, and it brightens the tone of your skin. That's just the rosemary. When you add bay leaf, it's called nature's Botox, and it's supposed to be the best thing on the market right now. It calms inflammation, it speeds up cell regeneration for healing, and it helps to preserve your skin's elasticity. Easy to make. It's as easy as making a little bit of tea. Rosemary and bay leaf. Don't leave home without it. This is Naturally Nurturing with Rene.